Hello and welcome back to my Gregtech New Horizons playthrough. I realized that it's been a few weeks since my last upload. I've been playing a lot. I have a lot of show, but um, yeah, I just didn't record, and I just didn't feel like recording. But you know, I feel like I was doing some base improvements, so I feel like it's a good time to continue this series. So I'm in LV. Yeah, I did a lot. I've played a lot. I've pretty much finished the Steam Age and everything important in it, besides the multi-blocks, which I am going to finish up some of those. If I can find the quest, there's a lot of questing going on. Mass processing, yeah. I'm probably gonna get the washing. We'll see if I get these. I don't really think there's a point to getting the forge hammer besides, finishing the quest, but it's not really worth it. And I don't think the blender is worth it. Actually, mixing is important. I might get the blender, but anyway, this is kind of a B task. But yeah, I'm in LV. I've made a few machines, the important ones, but I don't quite have a setup going yet for LV like I did with Steam. And basically, it's the plan is to get the basic LV machine set up, and then immediately I'm going to look into getting the light fuel line uh, up and running because I'm not going to use Steam long term because it's annoying. It's dangerous because of water, though I do think if you use the water generators, it is trivial. But I don't really like I didn't want to just stare at the quest book there. I don't like using a water generator. Uh, you know because burning coal to make water sounds kind of stupid. Uh, the tanks I have up on the roof, which I'll show the base expansion in a second, uh, that makes sense. I'm hypothetically collecting it from the air. That makes sense. I don't like the whole generating water for coal. It's so for me to feel more comfortable, I'm going to go with the light fuel route, and I think there's more rewards that can be from the light fuel route. So that's my plan. Anyway, so you may remember in the last episodes, let's get caught up. Let's before we think of the future, let's get caught up because you guys, it's we're in year 2 of this world. I think I left off the series on day 300, and I don't think I even caught that on camera because uh I did record an episode and I just didn't like it because I was just kind of rambling the whole time. So I didn't want to post that and put you guys through that. So I don't even know what I did in that episode. It was so long ago. But yeah, I finally moved the crafting setup to the middle of this room, and we have our pseudo applied energistics system going, aka the drawers. And it's not that bad, honestly. I like the drawer system. Some of the chests that are important from there have come here. It's kind of a mess. The work tables are not organized at all. This is a disaster. But the idea is to move to the LV machines for a lot of the crafting, and through the LV machines, we're going to mitigate a lot of this microcrafting. So I'm not really worried about being disorganized at this point. So yeah, let's show off the base. It has changed. Pretty much when I was recording last, we had this room. I think in the video I tried to record, we made this room. Uh, but yeah, this is where our multi-blocks are. And we have the grinder, we have the separator. This isn't optimal. I need to get a water washer in here and use the conveyor modules, set it up in a way where it's most efficient and most flexible. But right now it's cool. We macerate and double macerating is kind of stupid, but I do it. Uh, I don't even do it forever. And then I throw in the impure dusts, and they smell in here. It's very rudimentary, very manual still, but you know what? Compared to earlier with, the furnaces, yeah, no. This is a huge improvement in ore processing. I can process hundreds of ores, and that's what we like. Ooh, these furnaces are empty. Which, yeah, I really do have hundreds of ingots, but the thing is, they don't really last long. With the plates and all that, they do not last long. So, yeah, so we have basically a whole ring. You may remember this door that used to go to the outside. It's now basically what I wanted it to be. It's this kind of courtyard area with the steam tank. And, yeah. So basically this whole base is kind of a donut. You can walk around it. I moved the kitchen here. I'm probably going to put in a new sink here because water crafting is nice. Though I don't think there's going to be much of a need for that as we progress further into technology. So yeah, we have a kitchen here. This is honestly the most homey bit of the base that it honestly does. The rest of it looks like a Soviet factory. This used to lead to the outside, and now it's just a door into this room. I'm keeping it because I like keeping old bits around to, it's cool. It's cool to leave the door. We have the boiler here. Yeah, it's a donut. This room, it's just, I made it. I don't know what's gonna go in here, but it's here. What else? This is going to be the LV machine wall. It is, you may notice that it is far away from, our main crafting apparatus, but it's okay. I have the piston boots, and it's not a big deal. I can run to the wall and back. It won't be a big deal. Though, honestly, I just thought of this. The steam machines are going to become obsolete. I might just move the crafting wall into this room. I actually really like this room. Spent a lot of time in this room. So, that might be what I do. Alright. So yeah, I just finished raising the roof of the base again. It now is uniform. It used to be a hodgepodge of roof sizes. Now it's one. Let's patch up the hole here. What's going on outside? I've added more ovens. Not much has changed here. There used to be a second steam tank, if you guys knew, like the first steam tank I make. But I took that apart, and now it's part of this creosote oil silo, basically. Though honestly, if I'm going since I'm going the light oil route, I don't really know what the hell I'm gonna do with all this creosote oil. So, we'll see. The farm is pretty much the same. Not much changed there. And, yeah, we go around the base. I've just added more dirt. That's not good. Light the area up. Added more dirt. Uh, world exploration. Yeah. I don't know what I had in the last video, but I was like, I need a village. I need to find a village. I need to find a village. And I searched far and wide. I'm like, oh my god, I need a village. I need a village. Because villages are just nice to have. I want to, because I'll show you in a second. Uh, and I searched far and wide. I'm like, whatever. I'm not gonna find a village. Doesn't matter. And I think around 70 days go by. And yeah, so let me show you. I'm a little hyper. Pardon me. Very caffeinated. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. Oh, I'm glad I checked. Uh, I've been using diamonds. I've been burning diamonds in the boiler. Because they're just kind of an OP burnable. And they last forever. And yeah, I had my first, diamond vein. Depleted it pretty much. And I was like, shit, I need diamonds. So I'm like, okay, let me fly around. Do 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 do. And there I find a village. Not that far from my base. So yeah. 2 of them. I was able to get some cool things. I got some things for the smeltery. The Tinker smeltery is still relevant somehow. There's some crops I want to get. There's coffee beans, because I think having side goals in a pack like this is important. And I propose that we become the #1 coffee producer in Minecraft, in this Minecraft world. The other thing I want to do in this pack uh, is connect the villages using Railcraft high-speed rail, and build a huge high-speed rail network. I think that would be cool. We can move the coffee, and I don't know. I mean, it just sounds cool to have a high-speed rail network, especially because we have Railcraft. And if you don't know about Railcraft, the high-speed rails in Railcraft, they're nuts. They go really fast. So, yeah, I'm gonna be looking into that. I don't know exactly when we can get those. Uh, do we have the high-speed track? Yeah, we do. High-speed track. Honestly, we can build them now. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Anyway, I digress. Let's do something productive. I'm going to set up the machine wall, or the beginnings of it. Wow, this is a horrible steam pipe based on throughput. That's going to be getting an upgrade. But as someone who's played Factorio, a lot of Gregtech New Horizons is like Factorio. You're tearing up in machines while expanding your base, and it's in Minecraft. That's it's really cool. I should, yeah, I mentioned this in another video, but I really should play that game. Especially since 2.0 came out. Some people will be like, why do you have just these random cobble stripes? Once again, it's like having pieces of the old base. Because this room used to only go to here. uh, Maybe one day I'll patch it up, but right now it doesn't bother me. So I'm gonna leave it. Probably gonna cover this up using stone panels. But yes, we're probably gonna have the steam piping back here, or the generation. And I kind of built a fake wall here, and what I'm going to do will probably make sense, is to have the fake wall go to here. And we are going to be moving to gas turbine at some point, but right now we're using steam. So yeah, we're going to have the wall here. The machines are going to be here on this wall, which means we're going to run cabling here. Now the problem is we have our macerator here. I'm debating moving it. It's not doing anything right now. I honestly might move it, especially because we're going to be putting in the washing plant. Pardon me, it is like freezing in the room I'm recording in right now, so I'm gonna put on a hoodie and we're gonna come back. And we're back. Yeah, let's move this out of the way. It means I'm gonna have to put it together, but this one was the easier one to put together. This one gave me trouble. It's very simple, but trust me, it took me a second to build this one. And I think the washer is bigger, So honestly, these multi-blocks are probably gonna find a new spot. Maybe in our bigger room. But for now, this is okay. I need a better wrench. Because this is awful. I think Damascus steel is not far out of reach for us. We might need the EBF. Yikes, yeah, the EB. I don't think I'm quite ready to get to the EBF. Because I'm pretty sure it's an expensive multi-block. Yeah, there's a lot going on. We need another wrench, but I had one of those things to get the better wrenches. Yeah, tool casting molds. I can put together wrenches, I'm pretty sure. I don't have the machine set up, but yeah, that was. I don't have the machine set up. We'll just use the crappy iron wrench. Though there's definitely a better solution that I'm not using. Alright. Chest set up here. All this garbage. And mobs can spawn in here. Seriously, mob proof anything you can. Because mobs in this mod pack are horrible. They're not hard. They're just horrible. There's a distinction. I'll use Dolly to move that. We'll move the rest later. Let's get this pipe. Alright, so since we're gonna have this be the doorway now into this room, we'll do this. And you might be saying, why are you using cobble? It's the worst block. I think cobble is a sign of wealth in Minecraft. You can try to figure out why I would think that. But you can never have enough cobblestone. Right. So do this. There we go. There we go. Do the same thing here. And I could not tell you the last time I crafted torches. I think I sat down once to burn off some excess creosote, and I did that by making torches, and I think I just had a billion of them. The iron golems seem to be enjoying watching me renovate the building. I'm glad they take pride in their workplace. There seems to be a zombie. Alright. Let's get the lunchbox out. Where'd my lunchbox go? Okay, that's an empty ass lunchbox. I'm sure some people are out there that are like begging and pleading me to get the healing axe, and I'm sorry, I'm just not gonna do that. The cooking is kind of fun. Once again, one thing you gotta know about me, I have hundreds of hours in Stardew Valley, so cooking in video games, it's kind of my shit, so kind of my jam. Problem is I'm out of mushrooms. There's not really a good way to get mushrooms. Well, actually there is. We are on 1.7 after all. Hold the phone. It's not like we're playing ancient Minecraft. We're just playing old Minecraft. Do I have mushroom gardens? Yes, I do. Pretty sure I can bone meal these. Right? If it's dark enough. Yeah, probably if it's dark enough. Which I'll show you down here. I've raised the roof here. Not much has changed though. I don't really harvest the ore berries that much. Mostly because the tool durability I have now is it just lasts me forever. And then when I do, like one batch of alumite is enough to repair. So I'm not spending all that much time harvesting berries, which I did a lot early in the playthrough. Okay, I need to stop going in circles and find some bone meal. And figure out how to plant these mushrooms. I do wonder if I can grow them in the nether. Nether mining sucks, by the way. It's the worst. It's great, it gives you 2x ores, but it's the worst. Let's see here. Can I grow you? No. Can I grow you? Oh. Alright, I solved my mushroom problem. So let's get some of this dirt. Let's farm some shrooms. I hope YouTube doesn't take down my video because I said the word mushroom. You don't know nowadays. I don't know why I didn't do this earlier. But sometimes you just have those light bulb moments. Though I think it's only the logs that yield the mushrooms. Yeah, not a lot of those coming in. Okay, maybe not the brown mushrooms. We might try the red mushrooms next. Yeah, that's better. Alright, I'm not gonna spend this whole video harvesting mushrooms. Seems like the red mushrooms are better. And I hate these things. There we go. Alright. Let's get out of here. I still use /home to move around the map because, I mean, I do have the hang glider now, but it's just quicker to use the homes. So I have like a max count of 500 homes or something like that I can set. I know that might seem cheating. I'm not using them like crazily. I use them to get to ore veins and shit that's like thousands of blocks away. I'm sure in like HV or whatever tech tier it is, there's teleportation. So till we get there, I'm not really gonna worry about it. Looks like we got ourselves a good amount of beef Wellingtons. But let's eat some other things to reset the whole counter. What else can we eat? Carrots. And there we go. We are so back. What else can we cook? Steamed spinach doesn't really do anything. Sliced bread. I know this is kind of a stupid item. Can I make anything new? Oh, I can make sandwiches. Sure. There we go. Bacon sandwiches. Alright. Let's fix this side of the base. I'm sure there's a better way to round this corner. But actually, maybe just translating the stairs by 2 blocks will fix it. Let's do that. I think the stairs recipe is still the old one. One of the very few recipes to actually be the normal recipe. There's a lot of garbage in this chest. My lord. We need to get organized. No other implications in that statement. Which I gotta look back at like the first video I made and just see how much the house has changed. Alright. And once again, not once again, I'm probably gonna start building better when I have like a jetpack or something like that. The ability to fly. I know there's like a burnable one, but I want a real jetpack, nothing like a Stone Age one. A Stone Age jetpack is kind of lame. Alright, cool, that preserves the original design. Probably raise this window. This clear glass kind of sucks. The texture is broken, and it's not consistent on both sides. So I've resorted to using these other glass panes from Fizzle. That kind of do the job. I'm leaving these because this was the first window I put in the base, so I'm leaving it. Probably need more lighting. Throw a torch down there. Alright. So there is going to be a second floor to the base. I've kind of already left the spot for the staircase in. It is going to go in here. Go up, up, up. But right now there's no reason. And I say there's no reason because I want to be able to access the bibliocraft items, so I really can. I can right now. But, but yeah, I just haven't put in the time. Because I'm probably going to make the upstairs a more of a living space. But right now I want to advance through the tech tree. I'm not really worried about making a home space. So, yeah, I don't want to go make this video go on too long. So let's finish up the task at hand, which was installing the machines. Now that we have where the power is going to go, where did I put my turbine? So we're probably gonna cluster the machines in groups of 3. Uh, I wonder if that's going to necessitate actually extending this wall this way and making this room in like 2 rooms. But to begin, uh, yeah, it's already, symmetry is kind of broken. Let's see here. I do think the machines should at least have some kind of symmetry. Alright, that's probably a better setup. Yeah, so we're going to put in next the chests. Please move out of the way, sir. Alright, and next will come our hoppers. Actually, I think this will be better. Any hoppers lying around? I don't think so. That's great. Let's put in the machines we do have. Our smelter. In our bag we have the wire mill, the polarizer, and the extruder. We need to clean this inventory. We will do that once. I will probably do that once I wrap up this video. Alright. So for circuit components, we'll group these machines together. Put the alloy smelter there. So I don't think it matters. I think I'll install the extruder last. Put in the wire mill. Alright. So I think what's optimal is just 1 turbine per the 3. That will probably help us avoid problems. Put the turbine there. And then we'll get our fat cables. I have my snips, that's good. And I don't think it connected. There we go. The next thing is get the steam hooked up. So maybe the better spot for the turbine is actually below. Though priority doesn't matter for this. For this wall, priority will not matter. Because these are just going to be our general utility machines. So everything's hooked up back here. We need hoppers. Shouldn't be too hard to make. Probably the last time I manually craft them. I need a bunch of these. I have iron rods lying around. Or maybe I don't. I probably shouldn't have used the wrought iron ones, but that's fine. Plates. At the point where the amount of plates you have don't really matter. Or, I mean, how much iron you consume really matters, because you're always going to have a massive amount of it. That's a more apt way, more PC way, not PC, family-friendly way to say it. Sorry, I'm not. I I'm not one of those PC lunatic people. No, I'm so sorry. Uh, it's not a political channel. This is a Minecraft YouTuber channel. Uh, so I don't care if you're PC. I don't care if you're not PC. It's just all fucking stupid. Just- if more people just stayed home and played Minecraft, things would be all right. All right, that looks pretty good. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the video on that very crazy, stupid note. Uh, I'm probably gonna finish up installing more of the basic LV machines. What you're going to see happen is I'm going to demolish this wall, and this whole room is going to become basically an L shape, and we'll have the LV machines on the wall. And I will probably decommission the Steam machines. So they have served me well, but there's really no point having them. And yeah, this will probably become the main storage room. That really leaves me to question what this room is going to become, but maybe I will decorate it. We will see. But yeah, this is the Continental 83 Gregtech New Horizons playthrough. Thanks for watching, and take it easy.